Oh, diversity is different perspectives, it's different ideas, it's thinking outside of the box, it's thinking outside of your box. Um, it's it it's everything. My name is Amber Center. I'm the creator of the Congo Club, and to me, cannabis is diversity. The Congo Club specializes in red Congolese and red Congolese varieties. Red Congolese is a African landrace sativa, which means it's indigenous to Africa. It's essentially an heirloom strain, and it is special because it has a high myrcene content. What myrcene does is it's like a sedative type of property in cannabis, and not really ever found in sativas. So what it does is really counteracts that raciness that you get from something like a train wreck or a Chem D. It counteracts that, so you have this really nice, clear-headed sativa without those heart palpitations. Not only is this one of my brands, but I'm also executive director and co-founder of SuperNova Women. And we're a group of women that works to empower people of color to become self-sufficient shareholders in the cannabis industry. So we do that through education, advocacy, and networking. And we've been in existence since 2015. We worked very closely with the city of Oakland to implement and develop the first social equity program in the country. And we're just continuing to push the needle forward with social equity and lower barriers of entry for Black and Brown and those affected by the war on drugs. So know that when you are purchasing my products, you're supporting that whole movement. You're supporting me, you're supporting my staff, you're supporting my organization, you're supporting all of these things. People think that they don't have a voice when they do. Like, our organization was co-founded by 3 women, and we sparked a national conversation around social equity. You can do so much with so little. You can do so much with just your voice and just being an advocate for your community. And I think that's why I have these brands. That's why I'm always pushing these things forward. I want people to see that it's not impossible. These things are not impossible. You hear about how hard it is in cannabis. It's very hard. You have to have a lot of grit to make it in this industry. There have been 3 kind of main barriers of entry that we've identified that need to be addressed for people of color. The first and the biggest is access to capital. I mean, we don't come from communities where our friend has $1 million, our grandfather had a couple $1 million that he could give us some money to start a business. Like, my grandfather was a sharecropper, which is literally a slave. And he migrated from Mississippi to Chicago in the 50s. So a lot of us have that story. The second would be access to real estate. Because we don't have money, we don't have access to real estate. So it's just another huge barrier. And the third would be technical assistance. We don't have the support of being able to hire consultants, attorneys, accountants, get this super expensive insurance. So really all of those, the latter 2 points lead to money, and we need access to capital. Equity programs have been awesome. Right now, if you are a social equity applicant in Oakland, you can apply for a grant up to $50,000. That's huge. You can apply for loans up to $100,000. That's huge. No interest loans as well. Oakland also has several incubator programs where you can partner up with a general. That general will give you 1,000 square feet for up to 3 years. Oakland's also starting a shared manufacturing kitchen where social equity manufacturers can come in and make products absolutely free. Like, these are huge, huge programs. Oakland also has a technical assistance program where they offer free business advice as well as legal advice. So really, I mention all this because you've got to advocate for these things. These things were not just handed to us. Like, we demanded that these things happen, and Oakland said okay. And you've got to constantly continue to push them with these big pie in the sky ideas. The thing that really pushes me in cannabis and keeps me going every day is the fact that we can create the world that we want to live in. There has never been an industry where I've been able to come in and have a voice and actually make a difference, you know? And that feeling is incredible. Sometimes you feel like you take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back because of the crazy hoops that you've got to jump through. But having the power and the impact to make a difference, it makes it all worth it.